Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday to you. Rural here with another morning chat. I'm gonna try and keep this one brief. I'm a little constrained on time, but we still have a few minutes, so let's talk this morning. And what do I want to talk about? Well, I want to touch on injury. And I am no medical professional. I'm not giving medical advice. We're just talking medical for a moment. And for me, not being a medical professional, there's two types of injuries. There's external and there's internal. And what I mean by that is your external. Those are the things that either are fully external or they've started to be external and maybe could go internal, but for the most part, they're external. And what I say that is things like you get poison ivy, or some sort of rash or a bee sting, any sort of a cut or abrasion, anything along those lines, right? Those are external injuries. Usually, your external injuries is ones that require a fair amount of care, right? So if you have some sort of burn or scrape or something like that, they need some sort of cream or ointment. They need dressings and things like that so you don't get infections. Things need to be covered and kept clean and all that. And then you have internal injuries, and those are maybe you have fallen and you have a fracture or a broken bone. Maybe you have something to where you have swallowed something accidentally, and the list goes on and on. Internal injuries is going to be a little bit more difficult, right? When you have a fall and a broken bone, as long as the bone didn't break the skin, it's a fully internal injury. In an shtf situation, you're not going to have some sort of imaging equipment or things like that. So what's the best you can do, right? Splint it, keep off of it, rest, do things like that. Your external, and again, not medical advice, your external injuries are probably going to be the ones that require the most amount of resources in order to keep the healing process going good, to where you have a good chance of a road to recovery. The internal ones is probably going to be that 50-50, right? We don't have the necessary equipment and power and technology and devices and things like that. And so you're going to do what you know how to do with what you have on hand and the knowledge that you and your team have, and pray, right? That's kind of the best you can do at the moment. And it's kind of that whole thing to where I would, and this is just advice of an opinion, I would like to focus a lot more on the external stuff, right? You are more likely going to get stung by a bee or get poison ivy or trip and scrape your knees or the palms of your hands. You're more likely to accidentally cut your finger or something along those lines, right? We're human, we're accident prone, things like that tend to happen. And so those are the things that I would focus on, especially to get that mass amount of stuff. It's an ugly truth. There's not going to be a huge amount of medicine and medical professional and equipment and things like that. And there's going to be a lot of injuries that's going to happen during SHTF that's going to turn out to be fatal. Today, it's routine stuff, right? You just run down the street to an urgent care or an ER. It's in, out, it's routine, no big deal. But in an SHTF, you don't have all that. Those simple little things can become really major things, life-threatening things, and even be fatal. So it's where safety comes in. But the big thing is to do what you can to learn medical while you can now, and gather the medical gear and get trained using that medical gear. So but that's what I've got for you guys today. I've got to get out of here for right now. So I hope you guys have an amazing day, a blessed day. Stay tuned because there's more information to come. And with that, remain united, because we're all prepping in this together.